Howdy folks, today is another installment of Behind the Scenes with Interbark Outdoors, and I'm over here in my land over in Eastern Washington, and spent most of the morning filming some stoves and doing a couple of friction fires just for fun. And the wind is pretty notorious in this region, and it's going to be blowing about 15-20 miles an hour the entire day, with a couple of breaks of like 5 mile an hour, and I think it gusts up to 30. But regardless, my neighbor has a nice creek nearby, and so I'm going to go over there and catch some carp. I have the Tex Creek XL with me on my hip instead of the Tacoma because I'm doing a little bit of testing for Chris from Prepared Mind 101. So I am, what is that? That's not a coyote. So I am gonna go and stick a carp. Because this is mostly a hunting and fishing knife, or this one's for really big game and really big fish, I'm gonna try and stick one and then process it on camera. So wish me luck. I'm on this crest here, and my neighbor, he runs quite a few cows, and it's springtime, so I see 6 calves over there. Probably another 20 over there. But I see some coyotes down there right now. And those are the coyotes that I'm going to be hunting for later this year. Probably sooner than I expect. So right now I know they like that area, and I know for sure I saw some dens when I was scouting this area just over there. Two coyotes. Probably about a little bit bigger than Zip. This trip I didn't bring my rifle, my big rifle. I just bought my 223, and it doesn't have an optic on it, so I'm not going to hunt with it, because I want to make sure I kill it good. But 2 coyotes there for sure, and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so they're not nocturnal, which is really good to know. Doggone it. I stuck one, and I got it in the lower half of its body, but it was pretty deep down in there, so it wasn't full penetration. Giggity. But it got away when I was pulling it up on the bank. But you can see on the tip of the arrow, I think it was a female because there's some eggs on there, which is just as well because they reproduce like crazy. They're trying to control the numbers anyway, so I'm going to keep on combing the bank, and hopefully we'll get another good opportunity like that. We'll see. Zip. Come on. Up. Zip. Up. Zip. Up. Zip. Come on. Zip. Alright, got everything. I just did all the gutting and flaying of the carp, and I pumped a gallon and a quart of water for me and Zip, so we have something to drink over the next half day or so. But right now I'm going to go back to the camp, which is about a mile-ish maybe, and then that's about it. The Tex Creek actually did pretty well at filleting the fish. Not as good as a fillet knife, of course, because it is kind of chubby and there's no flex to it, at least none that you can tell by cleaning fish. But you know, it did pretty good. I'd probably say that I'm addicted to this area in particular. There were a lot of carp. Just got a train zip to not run ahead and spook them. And it turns out he is not a huge fan of carp meat. The good thing about fishing for carp here in the great state of Washington is that there's no license and there are no limits. And that, folks, is how you get B-roll. Alright, it is morning of the next day. Last morning I took a good amount of time filming the setup of each of the stoves and close-ups. And the wind was really bad. I mean, you could probably tell. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to smooth out the footage, but the wind was so bad at ground level that it was pushing my camera and my body and my arms, so I wasn't able to get really solid movements, which was really annoying, especially when you're doing really small movements. Every little bit makes quite a bit of visual impact. So, spending some time to get these boil times down and show them in use. I just did the Optimus Crux, and that took about 7 minutes to boil down. Now I'm letting the pot cool, and I'm going to put some fresh water in there. And weather right now is about 42 degrees, I think. I'm going to double check that so that I know for sure what the water temperature is. But yeah, the wind's supposed to be the exact same, so I'm probably going to go hike over to the creek over there and do all my intros, outros there, do a little bit more fishing, because I had some good success yesterday, despite one of the fish getting away. And then that would be it for here, and then I'm going to go back to Western Washington and film some other videos that I need a different setting for. So this is a 3-day or 3-night, 4-day trip, and it brings me to the mountains, to the desert, back to the mountains again. So I'm pretty tired.